You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's X Factor After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's X Factor After Show.
Are we singing?
I don't know. I gotta hear what part's next.
I don't know if Marissa gave us the right cue, so we're gonna save the audience from us singing. Oh wait, do you know this lyric?
No, we can move on. I'd rather judge people.
With that said, I want to say welcome to the AFTERBUZZ for X Factor. It is season 3, episode 19. I'm your host JC, and of course, joining me to my right is
Jason Ikeler.
And of course, we're kind of light today. We're missing. Where's Jeff? Is he still in Vienna?
I think Jeff's still in Vienna.
And Nick is MIA.
MIA. Where's Nick?
Yes.
If you see him, tell us.
Please tweet us, let us know. And of course, running the ones and twos tonight, Miss Marissa. What's up, Marissa?
What's up, guys?
Marissa, can you sing for us?
I could,
we will totally
but right
judge
now
you.
it's all instrumental.
Oh, okay.
Just give us a few riffs, Marissa.
She was. Yes.
Woo! Marissa's got the X Factor.
Season 4, Marissa. We're putting you up there.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, tonight was kind of like a heartfelt kind of Thanksgiving prep for tomorrow night's Thanksgiving special.
Overall, the episode, just like as a television show, I thought was great tonight.
Yes. I
Like,
mean,
that's what you need on shows like this. You need moments where you want to cry and then like moments where you want to cheer. And I feel like X Factor this season has been lacking that. And tonight it was great.
yeah, and tonight, I mean, we've been giving it a hard time, but as we say, we like to be as truthful as possible.
Uh-huh.
You know, we do get paid in AFTERBUZZ dollars, so we don't necessarily have to really predicate our, opinions to anyone.
Yeah.
So we can tell you what's going on. And tonight, I'm surprised. I thought it was Alona's night.
Oh, for sure. Hands
My
down on
God.
last night. And I wouldn't even say she was a contender to win until tonight. And now she's at the forefront.
Absolutely. Was it pre-planned?
I'm going to say X Factor has 3 people in the finale.
Who are they? Or are you teasing us?
Oh, do you want me to say now or I can save it?
Man, tease it so they
Coming
stay
up in
here.
predictions.
And also, don't forget, after our general discussion, we actually have Chris Tronsden, who's covering the backstage, the red carpet for us. And he's got, I guess it's a question he has a few of the contestants. What are they doing their Thanksgiving traditions? So overall Turkey Day extravaganza here at AFTERBUZZ. So with that said, let's talk about last week with the departure of Kaya.
I am so pissed off because Kaya was the best singer in the competition and gone. Apparently, X Factor fans don't like good singers.
Yeah, what happened? Because she fought for survival last week.
Yeah.
And now she's gone. I mean,
It's got to be the likability factor, unfortunately, and it should be about her performance. But I feel like I said this before, is like kind of like a sassy, bitchy girl, and didn't get to show that, and so it came across as awkward. Unfortunately,
Is it? I mean, but she's like a teen. How often do you have unlikable teens?
yeah.
You really don't.
But these packages that we see them for are so short too,
Right.
so it's kind of unfortunate for her.
Yeah, I'm scratching my head now. Tim Olstead,
I thought great vocalist. I think he deserved to go home.
Okay. Yeah, and I think did you call him leaving last week? Or I think we were all saying Carlito, and I think I said Alona, but I was pushing
I think
Tim.
maybe I did. I'll say I did.
Yeah, there
I'll
you
take
go.
Credit for it.
We'll give you that one. So overall, and now we're down to 8, and this week was Big Band Week, and I thought there was going to be a disconnect.
I actually was shocked at how good a lot of the performers were.
Yeah, and with the 25-piece band open, I was actually going to question one of the acts, who you love, Restless Road, but we'll get into that a little bit later, how they were going to handle Big Band.
I was like, loved. I'm like, hold up.
I love giving you a hard time
Yeah,
with that one.
that was shocking.
Yeah, so let's just dive into it and talk about Ryan Page.
Ryan Page, I was happy she did something more upbeat because she's just been kind of standing there with the piano. And so I think it was a good song choice. I don't know how well executed it was. I felt like the song was a little too big for her.
Really?
And I think it made her sound like a weak vocalist, and I don't think she is.
I wonder if tonight maybe I was swept away by the story.
Yeah.
With her mom.
That package with her mom was great.
And then she had choreography, and and she gave it her all. But you know what I think about Ryan? I actually think she could be a great actress. For some reason, I feel like there's a charisma behind her that. I mean, she can sing, yes, but I see her maybe being a multi-level performer, possibly. So
she'll definitely, I think, have a public persona just because her story is very inspirational, Yeah. And so, I don't know. She's a great vocalist. I think she's so young, and we forget how young she is. Mm-hmm. And I think it showed a little bit tonight. Okay,
so you're saying so. I think I wrote down surprisingly good on mine. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and this is perfect. We're like salt and pepper, oil. Like salt. What is it? Is it oil and vinegar?
Oil and vinegar. I think that's the one.
Yeah, and I'm always sugary, and he's bringing the heat.
Bringing the bitter.
Yeah, and so even though I started good here, I'm telling you, I've got some of your Jasonness on me. So,
bring it out.
But I can't bring it on this next person.
Alona Santiago.
Heck no. Fantastic.
That was hands down the best performance. I said last week I wanted her to bring sex into her performance. I know she's only 17, but this is America. And I thought it was so good when she stripped off that coat. That was like a Britney Spears VMA moment. But her vocals were on point up until like the last 10 seconds. Got really messy. But up until then, I didn't know she could sing like that.
Yeah, I wrote down, she gave you fire. She was icy. She gave you everything. I felt even like trying to be kind of Christina-esque.
Yeah.
Very fiery. And towards the end, I agree. I thought she lost a little bit, but I was breathing heavily just watching her.
Yeah, it was good.
There was movement.
I don't know what Simon was trying to say, lose the dancers. And I think a lot of pop singers always have dancers on stage, even for the slow songs. And I think that's who she is, and it works for her. Mm-hmm. And I don't think she should lose the dancers, because I thought tonight she showed she's better when there's a lot going on around her, but she can still command the stage.
I take the judges. I take 80% of what they say is truth, and the other 20% is strategy. Because I think
I'd say Simon's like 50-50.
Yeah, he's the master. He's the master game master. So of course, they take it with a grain of salt, because I don't know what he was watching or listening to. She was on point tonight.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even close. I mean, and that's with Lily McLeod.
And she, I don't know what happened, but she completely stepped it up.
Was it because of her sister? I mean,
maybe. I think it was also like a good song choice, though, because I think she's been doing these, like last week. Mm-hmm. I forget what she sang, an Ellie Goulding song, I think. But I think she needs to either go super fast. You always say that you can't do mid-tempo, and I think this is great.
Yeah, I'm excited. Literally, I haven't had anyone that's made me excited this season. Yeah. And this performance for me got me excited. I mean, I love Lily McLeod's vocals and whatnot, but as package-wise, Ilona, I'm excited.
This is the first time you watch somebody and you're like, oh, damn, like I would watch that again.
Yes. I'm happy.
And she's peaking at the right time. This is the perfect time to peak in these shows.
Yeah, because we're down tomorrow night after this. We're down
Top 6. Yep. So now she's going to get more of a following.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
her
great.
Story, I mean, she's...
Well, and you know what I respect about her is the fact that she didn't use her story to make it this far in the competition. Because that's my problem with Jeff Goot, is like he wants everybody to feel bad that he has a child and nobody cares. And she... almost seemed like she didn't want people to know this, so they felt bad for her. Mm-hmm. And so then it's even more touching.
Yeah, because I'm surprised they didn't bring it up sooner. You're right, especially producers. I think you and I watched it, and because you work in production, you know how this works, and you ended up telling me it's brilliant. But we were both kind of like, I was welling up.
Yeah, it was emotional.
And someone that we all get emotional for, because I want to move on to Simon's groups. Someone you love, you absolutely adore.
I'm their biggest fan.
Restless Road.
Okay, how in the hell do they get to sing Life is a Highway on Big Band Night? And not do like a big band version of the song?
Because they put them in suits.
That's horse shit. You can't change the competition just to help yourself. Everybody else had to do a big band song. They should have had to do a big band song.
Maybe because they're country, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they should have put them in their tux jackets, but like bolo ties or something.
Yeah.
Just to
but
play to their lane.
If they're real artists, which they're not, clearly, they should be able to take a big band song and make it country and put their own spin on it. And they didn't. They took a song. I don't know who originally sings this, but most popular version.
It was Rascal Flatts, and actually originated by a guy named Tom Cochrane.
Huh.
Yes, Tom Cochrane, like in the mid-'90s. He was like his one-hit wonder guy.
So the guy with the facial hair, I don't care to learn any of their names because it's not worth my time. The guy with the facial hair sounded like a poor man's Rascal Flatts. And he looked like a poor man too, from his face up. I like to see.
I take it you don't like facial hair. It sounds like a personal problem, Jason.
I think I don't think he looks like a star.
Okay.
And also, I don't think the guy with the low voice his mic was on for the entirety of the performance.
Okay, let's talk about that because it seemed like to me with the production itself, what was drowned out were their voices, and maybe that's because I thought they were decent. Of course, I always think they're decent, and y'all kill me on YouTube for it, even iTunes. Which reminds me, if you're watching us on AfterBuzzTV.com, I'll get it out. AfterBuzzTV.com. Hello, but if you're not, make sure to go to YouTube, iTunes. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you think we're crazy or if we're on point this week, and make sure to give us 5 stars. We'd really appreciate it.
We love the 5 stars.
We do. And okay, I bumped into Andrew. Well, the one we always say is Dead Eyes, because I was covering Dancing with the Stars, and they share the studio with DWTS.
Okay.
And I was like, wanted to grab him and say, I need to talk to you, but he kind of still had the like that glazed look over his face. I was like, I can't bother him. But so that's just the way he is.
I've said some really mean things about you in the past.
That's just how he is.
Actually, you're the nice one.
He's just focused.
But I think I don't know. I just don't think if Simon hadn't put them together, no record company would ever pick them up. They're not, you see some of these people on these shows and you're like, okay, you'd find a way to make it in the music industry without this show. None of these 3 guys at all would ever have any even inkling of a career, first of all. Secondly, I will say they had a little bit of good harmonies for like 10 seconds.
Marissa, give us an AfterBuzz exclusive on that one.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
This is the first time Jason's liked anything
they've done. It was for a hot second, but then they lost it again at the end. And I don't know, they're just, I don't buy it. And unfortunately, I think they'll be in the finale.
Well, but now with that said, I mean, do you think America is catching on possibly, or are they still going to push them all the way to the end?
I don't know, because I think this show has a huge tween audience, and I don't know if like vocal ability at this point in a tween's life is that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. Yeah, it's the light. They're good-looking guys. Yeah. To some young ladies, they like them. But you're looking for more.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And I like that they had a vocal coach out there, because that's what they need. They need to just literally be in voice lessons this whole week.
And it's funny that you bring up the vocal coach, because I think the next group, I am going to be looking at this for the rest of the competition as long as they're here. Alex and Sierra. Sierra said something that it shocked me, and now I'm going to be looking for it, and I hate that she's only been singing a year. And that bothers me.
Me too, because I don't care, Sierra.
Okay.
I'm like, I hate when people try to use excuses to make it far. Be a good singer. You're in a #1 singing competition show. Suck it up.
Damn, that's some tough love, dude.
But you know what I mean? Like, there's so many other people that would kill to take her spot.
Sure.
She doesn't need to be complaining. Also, she has the personality of a wet blanket. Is that mean?
Yeah, I believe it is. Marissa, can you is that mean?
What do you think, Marissa?
It's maybe a little mean.
If it's true, though, I just have to say what I feel.
You are the Grinch, and it's only Thanksgiving. No, I'm on the same page as you, but just slightly different. Now, that's all I'm going to pay attention to. If she complains, if she's off, it's because she's only been singing a year now. I'm seeing it a little differently now, but I'm looking for that now.
Okay.
Every time she sings, well, she's only been singing a year. Oh my gosh.
But when she says only been singing a year, she's probably been singing her whole life and just was now in a band. Or something.
And we brought it up. I don't know if it was a fan that sent me a tweet or a message that Alex was actually on American Idol,
which you called last week.
Yeah, so someone sent me that, and I just, so it makes sense, because Alex has really grown. He's grown on me, and I don't know if you like him, but you don't like his haircut.
Yeah, he goes, last week I liked him better than I liked him this week. I go through stages with him.
You know, we've talked about them for about 4 or 5
And
minutes
haven't
now.
touched the song.
Exactly.
I know. I guess it's good because they're keeping us talking. Maybe we're doing something right, Alex and Sierra. I thought they took one of the best pop songs of 2013 and killed it in a way that was ruined. Not in a good way.
Okay, I was gonna say, wait, I thought you
It was
didn't.
horrible. It was horrible.
I didn't know till after the song till you told me, and I was like, that was Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
That was Trouble.
And I respect the idea of taking a song and making it your own. I do. But you also have to like pay homage to the original song.
Sure.
And they didn't do that. Also, Alex looked so awkward without his guitar.
Okay.
And then I thought Sierra, this was her chance to really shine as a vocalist. And I don't think she did at all.
Maybe I was just rooting. Okay, I thought Alex has got crazy charisma. I'm pulling a Paula Abdul
Okay.
here. I thought he had great charisma.
What's in your cup?
AFTERBUZZ juice. Okay, Alex had great charisma, and I have to say, I think they all went shopping at Topshop, which we'll get
Yep.
into Josh a little bit later. Everything they got there, I can spot it, but he looked great. Sierra looked fantastic in the red, but then I'm like, why am I thinking about all these things when I should be thinking about the vocals?
Because Simon is their coach, and he does everything in his power to distract you from the fact that nobody on his team can actually sing.
You're hating Simon. Okay,
I love Simon, but not this season.
I liked the harmonies in the second half. In the first half, I felt like maybe you tuned out. I thought they were off in the
that
beginning.
might be it. Because if they don't get me within the first 20 seconds, I just like, this is bad.
You check out. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No. I first half, and it's just maybe damn it, I'm being rose tinted glasses guy.
But again, who are they as artists? Because they have sang so many different songs in the competition, and I have no idea what kind of album they'll make once the show's over.
That should be like our question for the fans. What do you think, Alex and Sierra?
Yeah.
What's their genre? What's their lane? Let us know what you think. What would be their type of music? You know, because we don't know.
I think with other people, like, I feel like Alona After Night, she'll probably be like a Christina Aguilera type of artist. Restless Road will make crappy country music. Like, at least we know who these people are when they're going to perform. I have no idea Alex and Sierra because they're inconsistent.
Yeah, I mean, and they're not Carmen because they're not rapping, but
No.
all right, let us know. We're confused, but someone we're not confused about on Kelly's team, Jeffrey Goot.
I am not feeling good.
What? You didn't feel it?
Okay, first of all, just to get the meanness out of the way, he looked homeless in his package right before he went on. Like, what was that? Him in a dirty sweatshirt with like fingerless gloves walking down an alley? What was the purpose of that?
It's subliminal. It's selling us on his story.
Started from the bottom, now he's here.
Yes, and you know what? One thing about him, I've for weeks I've been wanting to say this. He reminds me of Konstantin Margulis. I can't even say his name right now. It's late. From Idol, from season 6, I believe.
He's on Broadway now?
Yes. Listen to him and then listen to Konstantin, and I feel the similarities.
Yeah. Okay, I will say that I thought this was his best vocal.
Okay.
We're comparing him to himself, so that's not saying much.
Wait. Best vocal, but was it a good vocal?
I wouldn't say it was horrible. I liked it. I mean, this is a visual society, so I can say this. When it started and the lights were off, I liked it, and then the lights came on, and I'm like, do you have a mullet? And then you see his neck, and his throat starts popping, and his voice is so strained when he sings that it's hard for me to watch because I just know he's ripping apart his vocal cords.
But okay, this isn't his first rodeo. Wouldn't his vocals already been torn out by now? He's been singing this way for years since he was.
I bet they'll, because he probably hasn't been singing this much.
Okay.
But if he continues to have a career, which I hope to God he doesn't, if he continues to have a career, he'll get nodules and everything.
Okay. Now, but I was gonna say, you said something before that. It is a visual medium. So what you're saying is if he wore a scarf and they give him a makeover and they took him to Topshop.
Yeah. I might honestly like him a little better, but he doesn't look like a rock star. He looks like somebody you'd see street performing.
Okay, well,
Maybe that's why he walked down the alley.
So yeah, did he receive a makeover? You know,
I
everyone
don't think
else
so.
did.
Everybody else gets the X Factor makeover. He had a mullet tonight. Did anybody else notice that?
I did not catch that.
It was like sticking out behind his head.
I will say this, and I've always kind of I defend the underdogs,
Yeah.
but I kind of wasn't paying attention to him tonight.
But there you go.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because if you're not paying attention to somebody, that's their fault. Mm-hmm. So
Man, you're killing me, Jeffrey Goot. Okay, but what about
Jeffrey No Goots.
Marissa? Don't encourage him. But let's. Okay, Jason
Bang.
Ikeler will be in the Tropicana bar from 4 to 6. All right, let's move on to Lily McLeod, who I checked out early on her, and I've loved her all season, and there's a reason why.
I thought she started off shaky, and there's something real weird with her tone.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "Summertime when the living is easy." Easy.
You know why she did that? I thought is she was pulling a little bit from Fantasia.
That's what I was thinking. Complete copy of Fantasia Barrino. Mm-hmm. Especially with the way she was doing her tone. Mm-hmm. I thought by the end she got it back and she killed it.
Yes.
She did something like this where she flailed her arms back and forth, and she just looked very old.
Really? But I mean,
Like it was like watching a throwback performance, and not in a good way.
But okay, then what does she do? Because Simon called her out on that. You know, you want me to stop dancing. You want me to. I'm not moving. What do you want? Kudos to her when she stood.
I
up
like that she stood up for herself.
And maybe that's because of her age. Because no one else has stood up like that,
Yeah.
and she made great points, valid points, and
Well, I also feel like it's hard to come across as likable if you stand up to the judges.
oh, so it's gonna backfire. You're saying?
I don't think for her. I think she did it very well.
Right.
But I think when a lot of in these shows in the past on American Idol, especially if anybody talked back to the judges, be like, "Oh, you look kind of like a douche." I think she should. A lot of like pop singers, even the ones that don't dance, still have choreographers that like teach them like technique and how to. And I think she almost needs that, so she can still stand there. Like if you see Demi Lovato sing a ballad, I can use her as an example. She does like these cool things with the mic, and she'll do a hair flip, and she can like just stand there with nothing and own the song.
Okay.
And I think Lily needs to take some lessons doing that.
Like whip around. I don't know if the fro's gonna go anywhere though.
Maybe patch your weave or something. I don't know.
I'm just saying. You know what?
Yeah, but she could have done something like, you know, when singers do the sexy thing with the mic or something, like she could have done more. She looked a little awkward standing there.
Okay. I have a hard time with this because I know we kind of railed, and I'm looking at my notes and I said good because I was thinking about Fantasia, but it would have been great if I could get Fantasia out of the picture. And the problem is that you know Simon.
Yeah.
Simon says that is the greatest performance out of any singing show he's ever seen. It was
Yeah.
Fantasia's summertime rendition. So she was already at a loss.
Yep.
So okay, I will say the hero note, the last note for me,
Was crazy good.
awesome.
I think vocally, after about 20 seconds in, she got really, really good.
Okay, so she hit. Okay,
Yeah.
and you said that. So, is she in trouble though?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because she's never been in the bottom, has she?
No. And we've had Kaya, we have Carolito, we have Tim.
I like her, and I like her for the sake of the competition. Because
Mm-hmm.
she's consistently a good vocalist. I don't know if I like her. I don't know. I don't know.
Who's voting for her?
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Because I don't have a clue. I mean, because we said this is skewing for the teens, and you made a point about tomorrow night's show being a little more demi-centric.
Yep.
You know, so they're definitely playing to that. So then who's voting for Lily?
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be some older people watching this, but I don't.
Yeah, some 21-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that are. But so if this is true, let's move on to Pow's team and Josh Levi.
Josh Levi. I love him. He's great.
He gets better and better, and now he was wearing Topshop. Topshop,
Yeah.
you need to like kick us back some bow ties because we've talked
I know,
about
we
you the
would
whole
love
episode.
some.
Yes, he looked awesome.
I think Topshop dresses all the judges, or at least I know for sure they dress Demi Lovato.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
See.
So.
Insider info. I'm always in the guy section. I'm always in Top Man. So, okay, we're getting off tangent here.
I know.
But What do you think of his overall performance, vocals?
I think he has so much charisma on stage. I didn't like that Simon said that he was trying to say like the choreography isn't relevant, but I think that's completely false because everybody right now is Justin Timberlake's doing that Bruno Mars the song. He's saying everybody's doing the throwback thing.
Sure.
I thought he owned it. My only critique was his body was a little tense, like his shoulders. And I think that kind of came across in his vocals a little bit.
Okay.
Not his strongest vocal, but I think overall performance was great.
See, so then you picked up the reason why I had a little bit of trouble with his vocals. I thought everything else was fantastic.
Yep.
And for the purpose of this show, he's the perfect contestant.
Yeah.
But for me, I said maybe some vocal coaching, but I didn't know why. And now you're saying because he was tense and the shoulders were crunching up. And that's why his voice was a little bit off.
It was just a little shaky.
A little bit for me.
Yeah,
But-
it wasn't horrible by any means. And he's still probably one of the best vocals of the night.
Yeah.
But yeah, last week I thought he had better voice.
Do you think that we're like always trying to find excuses? Like, so far for the night, they were the best for the night. So far, with what he had, well, so far it was pretty darn good.
I think it's because we don't want to be assholes the whole time. We can only be so mean.
You made me snort.
I gotta say something nice. No, but because I actually can see him having a career after the show.
Absolutely.
And so I gotta kind of stick up for him.
Yeah, I even wrote, it's funny that you said that about the finals. I think I wrote that as well, that I see him in the finals. I do.
Yep.
I don't see him falling off. I can't see anything stopping him from being in the finals.
No, because he's got such a likability factor,
Yes.
and he's actually talented. Restless Road.
Okay, so since you are the expert of Restless Road, how well can you do with Carlito Olivero?
Carlito Olivero. Brilliant to sing in Spanish because he's tapping right into the people that are voting for him. His dancing, I think they cut away to the audience for a while because his dancing is horrible. His pelvic thrust was so awkward. I felt like I was watching like a drunk dad at a wedding dancing.
What?
Yeah, I think his dancing's horrible. I think thank God for the big band and all the backup singers behind him again because it's disguising the fact that he really can't sing. I like him as a person. He shouldn't be a musician because it's just an insult to anybody in music.
I'm thinking it was strategy tonight. They were waiting to play this card for a few weeks, especially since he was, in trouble last week.
Yeah.
They were pulling, since he was a former member of Menudo, and Ricky Martin, they played the bilingual card. This is it. They threw everything at you, the kitchen sink. He's a fighter, the family story.
Yep.
How are you not going to vote for this guy? And to me, it reminded me of Josh's performance, but it felt forced. With Josh, aside from his shoulder thing, Josh has just got this, you want to watch him, and Carlito, it felt a little forced for me. And
I agree. And I think he's just not a singer. And I think somebody with that type of voice shouldn't even be in this competition. Same with the guys in Restless Road. But he's got such a small range and he doesn't know how to work with it.
You know what? I just heard right before we went on air, depending on how our show went, we were going to have Restless Road come in. But after tonight, I don't think they're going to be.
They're not going to want to make it.
No, they're going to be with Matt Damon. He's not going to be able to make it tonight. So.
They walked off set.
No, but
Restless Road, I'm sure that they were all great, nice, fun-loving guys. But if you're on a singing competition show, you open yourself up to criticism because critics in the real world are going to be way worse than I am.
Yeah, and now since we have the internet and we have, now that we have the internet,
now that we have
brand
cyberbullying,
yeah, so I could see people just giving a hard time, but it sounds like we said it was a great episode, but the last 10 minutes we've been like, well, this person can't sing, this person was. Overall, I thought it was the best episode I've seen.
I agree.
Maybe because of Ilona.
Ilona was a standout.
I'm watching for her alone. I'm sorry. I'm Ilona's number one fan.
But I think the
now.
show I don't like when the show gets into trashy land with the audience screaming and stuff. I like when they have like the moments with them and their family and them, and I like when the judges banter back and forth. And I thought the episode in whole was better. But I don't know. I think we're finally starting to get attached to some of the performers.
Yeah, I think wow, it shows that we have hearts.
Yeah,
here at
we do.
AfterBuzz finally. So, with that said, before we move on to predictions, I actually want to take you to that little segment where we have Chris Tronsden from Pacific Rim Video and Front Row Features. He had a few words with some of the contestants backstage, asking them about their Thanksgiving traditions. Take it away, Chris. Sounds a little quiet tonight. Can our viewers pick that up, Marissa? I picked up games. I did pick up when Josh said games. So, no, if you guys didn't get to hear it at home, don't worry. We'll post a link for it on our description box below after our video's finished up for this evening. But thanks again, Chris Tronsden, and we hope to have talk to you next week. Because actually, I want him to call in because this guy, he talks to everybody every
I'd love to hear
week.
what he has to say.
So I'd love to have you come on next week. So with that said, predictions.
I'm gonna predict the finale.
And now,
Darn it!
your AfterBuzz TV.
No, I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, let's see if we're on the same page.
Okay.
Josh, Alona,
Yes,
Restless Road.
Yes. You're going with Restless Road.
I don't want them there, and they don't deserve to be there, but America loves them.
I couldn't agree more with you. It's spot on.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did our finale.
Perfect.
That's it for the season. No.
See you guys next year.
No, okay, so who is your favorite tonight?
Alona.
No brainer, yeah. Ilona. Okay, so who's going home?
Tonight,
We got two that are leaving.
Okay. I would like to see Team Simon go home.
I'll give you one right. I'll give you some time. I'm going to go with Jeffrey Goot.
I think Jeffrey Goot and maybe Lily.
I
would love to see Alex and Sierra leave. And I think she might have screwed herself over tonight because she made herself very unlikable.
But I thought you said that the way she explained it, wait, are we talking about Lily or are we talking about...
No, Alex and Sierra.
Okay.
Sierra.
I agree. I think Jeffrey Goot will be the first one to go, so he won't get to sing for his life. But I think the battle's going to be between Alex and Sierra and Lily.
I think we're on the same level tonight.
No. I like when we disagree.
I know, but I agree. I don't think Alex. I think they're losing it because you've got these young kids that are much more likable and don't complain the whole time.
It makes sense. Here's the thing. So in a battle between Alex and Sierra and Lily McLeod, and it's up to the judges, who are they sending home?
Oh.
See, it's different because
you never know with Demi because I think it depends on her mood whether or not she likes Alex and Sierra.
Okay.
Paulina, who knows? Simon will obviously pick his. Kelly, I don't know. That'll be tough. But I think Alex and Sierra, I'm going to say Alex and Sierra and Jeff go home.
Okay.
Switch
Then,
it up.
you know what? And just for the sake of being spiteful, I'm saying that Lily McLeod's going to go. I have to disagree with you at least once tonight.
Perfect.
And Jeffrey Goot is gone as well. So
Bye-bye.
that does it for us tonight. So, Jason, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jason Ikeler or jasoninla.com.
And Marissa, thank you for having us tonight. Where can they find you?
You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Serafini TV.
Nice. And you can follow me at JC Rubio TV on Instagram and Twitter. So for Marissa, Jason, I'm JC, and we are your X Factor After Show. We'll see you. Good night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.